Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history. And in this video, we're going to talk about LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers and how they lost to the lowly Detroit Pistons last night. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons, man. Much respect to them for getting that win, for not backing down, to the referees, to LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers for showing up and playing the game, man. And like I said, and pretty much beating the Lakers handedly last night, guys. They were pretty much winning the entire game by double digits, essentially. So shout out to the Detroit Pistons. But this goes to what I've been telling you guys. What? The wins and losses are irrelevant as it relates to LeBron James. I've told you, he's not leading them anywhere, right? They'll tell you that he's the best player on the team, but Anthony Davis is clearly the best player on that team, and it looks like Anthony Davis may have went down last night at the end of that game. We'll see moving forward. But this is what I'm alluding to, the inconsistent play of LeBron James teams, right? Remember, LeBron James is not the best player on the team, but he's the leader of the team, and LeBron James-led teams are inconsistent, guys. And another road game for the Lakers that they lose. We're going to talk about in this video JJ Redick and all the praise these guys were getting when they opened up the season with 3 home games. Things are starting to look a little bit differently now as the season starts to play out. So we're going to talk about in this video, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Much respect to all you guys out there, man. You guys sending me the emails. You guys sending me messages. Yo, much respect to everybody out there. Shout out to the membership. Thank you very much, guys, for the continued support. It truly means a lot, guys. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers losing to the Detroit Pistons last night. That's right, you heard me correctly, ladies and gentlemen. The Detroit Pistons. Now, excuse me here for a second. Now, on this channel, I've been telling you guys, as it relates to this season, LeBron James is in a lose-lose situation. Because in the past, it's been what? If his teams are successful, he gets all the praise. If his teams are not successful, then he has that whole crutch of he needs more help. It's not LeBron James' fault. He never has to take accountability, things of this nature. So he's always been in a win-win situation. This season, however, to me, is truly like the time where you can clearly see that LeBron James is being carried out here by his teammate, who is clearly the best player on this team. And I think it's clear that most people, if they're being real, they're being honest, and they're true basketball fans, they're not just LeBron James fans, but they're fans of also basketball, and they respect the game, then you can clearly say LeBron James is not the best player on the Lakers, and he really hasn't been the best player on the Lakers for the last several years. And to me, he hasn't been the best player on the Lakers since Anthony Davis arrived. Now, we can go back and forth of the frailness of Anthony Davis. Like I said, looks like he may have went down again last night. We could talk about the games that he's missed since he's been on the Lakers. But once again, this goes to Anthony Davis being consistent with his entire career. This wasn't like Anthony Davis came to the Lakers and all of a sudden became frail. He was always that way. But LeBron James wanted him here. He requested a trade. The Lakers got him. So now you can't turn around and complain about Anthony Davis and his lack of playing time or availability. But over the last several seasons, it's in fact been Anthony Davis, who's been more durable than LeBron James, has been on the court more than LeBron James, has been playing better on both sides than LeBron James, and giving way more effort than LeBron James, can more consistently than LeBron James. So he's clearly been the best player. And so what have I told you? That if the Lakers are going to go anywhere this season, it's going to have to be because of Anthony Davis. Because we've clearly seen LeBron James try and fail to lead them statistically on the court-wise to the promised land, and it hasn't been happening. Hasn't even been close. They've won a bubble championship, and that's about it. They needed a 2-3 month break in order to be successful that season. Once again, a lot of guys not playing, the conditions of the actual games, no traveling, no road games, no crowd, etc., etc. So when we think about that aspect, this is why he's in a lose-lose situation. If the Lakers win the championship this year, Anthony Davis is going to be the Finals MVP. Hands down. Hands down. It's going to be because of him. Even if they just get there, even if they make the Western Conference Finals, wherever they go, it's going to be because of him. Clearly on the court, you can see that. The Lakers will not be successful in the system. Okay? Now, when we think about Anthony Davis and we think about the LeBron James dynamic, and then we think about them losing to the Detroit Pistons last night, once again, Anthony Davis is out there doing his thing, and LeBron James and his teammates are what? Inconsistent. They're out there not giving the effort on the defensive end, LeBron James. Guys like Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, right? These guys are off. And why are they inconsistent? Because you have no leadership because of LeBron James. They're not practicing the way that they probably should be with the intensity that they probably should have. So your team is not as prepared as they should be. Because when we talk about the Lakers losing to the Detroit Pistons, and much respect to the Pistons, they were at home. The Lakers are on the road. The Lakers are being touted as a top 10 team. I told you the ESPN Power Rankings had them number 8 now, up from 15 in the preseason. In order to be a quality team, a contender, a legit contender, you're going to have to at least do 2 things in a season. One of those things is you're going to have to be able to beat the teams you're supposed to beat more often than not. Yeah, you're not going to win every game. There's going to be upsets. Teams are going to show up to play. Guys that might get hot. You're going to have an off night. So yes, you're not always going to beat the teams that you have a better record than or that you're just better than. But you must be consistent. So more often than not, you have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And the second thing that you must do in a season consistently is win on the road. All great teams, contenders, champions are always consistently winning on the road. You must be able to win road games, especially in the postseason. So this is why I've always laughed over the last several years when they hype up the Lakers as a contender. Oh, the Lakers are going to be a contender, this and that. The Lakers could never win consistently on the road, and they would often lose to teams that they should not lose to. There goes to lack of leadership and preparation, getting your team ready for these games against the lesser squads. Where you think you're going to go through the motions, you take teams for granted. That goes to leadership. That's not LeBron James' strong suit. So this goes to why the teams are inconsistent, and I've been using that word on this channel since I've been on here. And we're talking about LeBron James' teams. And we're talking about himself. Inconsistent. That's why you're 4-6. That's why you haven't made an all-defensive team in 10 seasons. You haven't won an MVP in 10 seasons. Let's go inconsistency. His whole career. The turnovers. He's inconsistent. Missing free throws. Inconsistent. LeBron James preseason, rankings, right? I told you, where they have LeBron James teams coming into the seasons and what happens during the season and what happens going into the postseason is inconsistency. They're supposed to win a certain amount of games. They're expected to win a certain amount of games. They win less games. Load managing, not playing defense, not practicing, not having your team prepared creates inconsistencies with your teammates, the other guys around you, the help. So once again, I'm proven correct again this season as the Lakers drop another road game to a team that they should have beaten. They're better than the Pistons, and the Pistons have some talent, some young talent, no doubt. But the Lakers should have won that game. And not only did they lose, like I said, they were literally getting beat down by 10, 15 points essentially the entire game. Even though, once again, they had a little bit of help at the free throw line, not much. So as you can see, when the Lakers don't get a plus 20 at the free throw line, they seem to struggle. So I believe 3 or 4 of their wins came when they had a discrepancy at the free throw line. So these are the things that we've been alluding to this season. Anthony Davis, man, went down last night. So like I told you, this is where it comes to lose-lose situation for LeBron James. Anthony Davis goes down, Lakers are done. LeBron James goes down, not so much. Yes, will they lose something without LeBron James on the court? Absolutely. But once again, you're also gaining things without LeBron James. You're gaining more of a defensive cohesion for your entire team. Defense is about cohesion, about everyone else doing something. People cannot stand around on defense. They cannot hustle back on defense. You must be consistent. That's not LeBron James on the defensive end. So if he goes down, the team becomes more consistent on defense. It's just the way it goes. I've seen it. Anthony Davis goes down, the defense goes down the drains. The rebounding down the drains. The Lakers are one of the worst rebounding teams. LeBron James ain't helping on the rebounds. It's Anthony Davis out there by himself. I told you the man's got what? 2, maybe 3 offensive rebounds after 7 games? How is that possible? How is Trae Young averaging more offensive rebounds than LeBron James for the beginning of the season? That's embarrassing. This is what I'm talking about, the lack of hustle and effort from LeBron James. Not really willing to help Anthony Davis, because it's in fact Anthony Davis who's going to lead them on the court. It's Anthony Davis who needs help from LeBron James now. They always want to give Anthony Davis all this stuff, but it was Anthony Davis who was helping LeBron James, who was in fact leading the Lakers during that 2020 bubble run. It was in fact Anthony Davis who benefited greatly from that break. He was the one who benefited the most from having those months off. And in turn, helped LeBron James. So he's been there. And over the last 2 seasons, he's been way more consistent and just greater than LeBron James has even been trying to be. Once again, the lack of defensive hustle and effort from LeBron James is going to be the problem for the Lakers in their inconsistent play, which is why you lose to the Detroit Pistons last night. LeBron James gets his shot blocked. They call a foul on Isaiah Stewart. Then they reversed the call when they challenged it. See, the referees got challenged on that, and they reversed it because the videotape, I told you, the videotape is always going to be there, regardless. So, when people talk about LeBron James dominating still, or LeBron James this, LeBron James that, the videotape shows him standing around on defense, not giving the effort, not getting back. And that's why he sounds like a hypocrite when he says, yeah, we need to get back on D. Not we. You need to get back on D. That's the videotape shows. More often than not, it's LeBron James who's not getting back on D. Not Anthony Davis, not Austin Reeves or Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell. None of these dudes, man. It's LeBron James who's not getting back. But he's going to say we need to get back. Never taking the accountability of a leader. No leadership from LeBron James. So, remember, the first 3 games of the season, we saw a lot of talk about J.J. Redick and the coaching skills and the brilliance of a J.J. Redick. 3 games into the season, this is what people are saying. 3 games in. 3 home games, mind you. 3 home games. They're pumping J.J. Redick up. But now the Lakers are, I believe, 1-2 on the road or 1-3 on the road. They're 1-3 on the road. And their one win came against the Toronto Raptors when they got a plus, 28 at the free throw line? And there's something else we got to talk about that I don't think anyone mentioned. I've saw some people make videos. Shout out to my man Scap. I saw he made a video. The Detroit Pistons, guys, were on the second half of a back-to-back. They played last night and the night before. The Lakers hadn't played since Friday. Friday, guys. Friday. That was the last time the Lakers played. All right? The Pistons were on the second half of a back-to-back. And they still beat the Lakers. Handedly, mind you. Handedly. Not a close game where it came down to a last shot and the Pistons won. No. Handedly beat the Lakers last night. Lakers don't get a free throw advantage. Pistons on the second half of back-to-back. Lakers are rested. Coming in off 2 days rest. Hadn't played since Friday. You rested all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and they played last night. Pistons played Sunday night and had to turn around. Remember, I believe they were in Cleveland and then had to fly out back to Detroit for that game and then play the Lakers. And then beat them down. What's the excuse for the Lakers? For J.J. Redick and his brilliance. LeBron James And he's the seventh best player in the league. Still, better than Anthony Davis. ESPN's rankings, they look ridiculous every single night. I've told you, regardless of the wins and losses, they look this dude, Anthony Davis, once again, had 30-plus games. I believe this guy only didn't score 30 in like 2 games so far this year. Out of the 7 games, I think only 2 games. Maybe even only 1. He didn't have 30. And like I said, he may have went down last night. Like, he went down, but I don't know if it's bad. If it's bad and he's out for weeks, the Lakers are done. They're done. Even with Anthony Davis, LeBron James can't help this man because the team is inconsistent. That's why you can't win on the road. They can't win on the road. Literally started 3-0 with 3 home games. And like I said, the only road game you won was against Toronto without their best player. Scotty Barnes and out playing that game. And they had a plus 28 free throw advantage. That's the only win they have on the road this season. That's not the makings of a great team or a contender. You can't be the team you're supposed to be, and you can't win the road consistently. They didn't do it last year or the year before. And I've always used that word, guys, inconsistent, on this channel when it relates to LeBron James. And I keep being proven correct. This is why the LeBron James fans, they can't make videos. Their channels are weak. Because what do you have to work with? What are you going to put out there? All they talk about is stats. That's all these clown channels have. They can't break down the game to you. There is no game. They can't talk about the intangibles. There are none. There is no leadership from LeBron James on this Lakers squad. Where is the leadership? You guys couldn't beat the Detroit Pistons coming in over 2 days rest? They're on a back-to-back. And you couldn't come in here and swarm these guys early? No, in fact, the Detroit Pistons jumped all over the Lakers. Had them down 16 points in the first half. Where's the mindset? Where's the preparation from J.J. Redick and LeBron James as the leaders? These goofs are too worried about podcasts and what they're wearing to the games. They ain't worried about the game plan. What was the game plan? To come in there and lollygag and go through the motions because it's the Detroit Pistons and underestimate them? Take them for granted? Once again, that's weak-minded thinking right there. Never underestimate your opponent. I mean, that's the simplest thing. Everyone knows that. You're supposed to be professionals. A lot of people forget what it means to be a professional, man. They don't understand it. To be a professional. All right? A professional. A professional doesn't mean that you're the best at what you do, that you're the top of what you do. That's not just what it's about. Or you get paid the most money, you're a professional. The pros get paid the most. No, that's not just what it's about. Why do you get that money? Why do you have that status as the best, being a pro? Because of all the other things, the little things that you do consistently that make you a pro, that earned you that label, earned you that money. It's about showing up on time. It's about looking the part, being the part, walking the walk, talking the talk, man. These guys, they ain't it. They don't know what it takes to be a professional, to show up to work. That's what a pro does. A pro takes the heckling. They take the criticism. A professional takes accountability. That's what a professional does. It ain't about the money and the fame. It's about doing a good job. That's what earned you the label of a pro. These guys don't know what it takes, man. Remember, with all that fame, all that money, comes responsibility with this stuff, man. Everyone wants the money and the fame. But once again, don't nobody want no blame. Don't nobody want to get criticized. They don't want no pushback. Nah, that's not how it works. You fools is clowns, and we're going to call y'all out. We're going to hold the standard. That's what it's about. The standard of the all-time greats. The standard. Standard. They try to tear down the Dream Team standard. Make it seem like these dudes wasn't doing nothing out there. They wasn't playing against nobody. Now they held the standard. Once again, you guys know the deal in this channel. The Los Angeles Lakers are going to continue to be inconsistent because LeBron James is an inconsistent person, player, man, whatever you want to say. That's why you're 4-6, man. Ain't about the excuses. You're 4-6 because you're inconsistent. Your game is inconsistent. You ain't got a go-to move. Your defense is inconsistent. You ain't giving the effort. It's inconsistent. Your leadership is lacking. But you'll tell people to get back on D. You'll tell everyone else to do their jobs. You'll tell us to go back to our boring lives. How great is LeBron James' life? You guys really think LeBron James' life that great? The dude don't even believe in himself. The dude's a coward. He's a clown. He can't even look himself in the mirror. He don't even like what he sees. He's asking for respect. The man's actually begging for respect. He had to have his wife come on stage and call him the GOAT. Think about the insecurity of someone to do that. You think I want to be LeBron James? I don't want to be LeBron James, man. I love my life. I love who I am. And you know why? Because I can look myself in the mirror. And I know that I've been holding myself accountable and to the standards and the values, guys, that was instilled in me by the people in my life, my parents, and other great people that have influenced me, my time in the military. People I looked up to, like Michael Jordan, inspired me. LeBron James don't inspire me. He inspires you? Do you aspire to emulate anything that LeBron James does? He's not original. He's not authentic. You guys know what to do in this channel, man. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons again for putting in the work on a back-to-back when the Lakers came in well-rested. J.J. Rex a genius when they're winning 3 home games, but they're 1-3 on the road since they've been on these road games, and on one road game, they had a plus 28 free throw advantage. When the Lakers ain't getting help from the refs, where's LeBron James at? Where's he on the defensive end? Where's he at rebounding? Where's he at with the leadership? It's Anthony Davis, man. ESPN, you look stupid. And we're going to continue to do this until ESPN corrects their rankings. LeBron James is nowhere top 10 player in the NBA. He's nowhere better than Anthony Davis. Those are the facts, guys. You know the deal, man. And that's why the Lakers are going to be inconsistent. Can't win on the road. Don't beat the teams you're supposed to be consistently. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.